Welcome everybody, Shift Your Mindset here with a new episode in my circle of trust. And today's episode will be millions now leaving will finally live. I see a lot of increases on websites, on XJW forums, in memberships. 2,000 more members than in the last few weeks. And it's a sign for me that many people are busy leaving the religion, and we see it around us in selling kingdom halls, panic football of the governing body, shunning policies, not going well. They say, no, we don't shun, but in practice they do shun, and all that mental gymnastics they are playing. I think a lot of people are waking up in this year. So, millions now leaving will finally live. And this is the Monday motivation, or how do you want to call it, for all those people who are busy leaving. Courageous step, difficult step maybe, but this is also for the PMOs out there. They want to be in the organization because they want still have some ties with the family or stuff like that. And I'm not gonna give you advice in what to do, but my advice is only think about yourself. It's not arrogance, it's not pride. It has nothing to do with that. It all comes down to yourself, in my opinion. And there are a lot of advantages if you are leaving, if you left the organization and you start living. No one can guarantee me tomorrow. Maybe I don't wake up. Maybe you don't see another video of me again. It's possible. You don't know if paradise is true because no one has ever been there. Nobody has ever done it. So everything is open. But what you can say when you leave is that you start living the life on your terms. And that's what I want to do. That's what I hope other people will do. But that's the path I am taking. And what is the advantage of start living your life? One of them is freedom of thought. And think about that, guys. You can think whatever you want. I was always too critical. I was always a pain in the ass in the congregation. I had to have more faith. I needed to look beyond what was happening. I said to a brother, listen, he is an elder. He's giving a very bad talk. It was nonsense. He was not prepared, it wasn't going well at all. And one of the qualifications of an elder is that you are a good teacher. Jesus was a good teacher, had good examples, had compassion, knew what the public needed. So if I give my honest opinion, this talk was nonsense, it was not what I was hoping for, I wasted an hour of my life. It is my honest opinion, and we can have a disagreement. That's not a problem. If somebody likes the talk, I'm happy for that person. But for me, it was a bad talk. But in the religion, you can't say it. And it cost me another 6 months to become a ministerial servant because I was too, how do you call it? I was seeking faults in others. No, I just was honest. That brother that gave a bad talk was very good at visiting elderly people, for example. So credit where credit is due, no problem. But also, when somebody asks, what do you think about it? And they say, not the best talk I ever hear. Yeah, but he has a good heart and he loves Jehovah so much. I don't care. One of the qualifications is that you have to be a good teacher, and he is not a good teacher. 99% of the congregation agrees, so we can say it's not a good teacher. Then he's not qualified to be an elder. What's the problem? Then he stays a ministerial servant, or he's no ministerial servant. Does it make him a less person? No. But in the organization there is no room for critical thinking, there's no room for free thinking. Because I can have another opinion about something what's written in the Bible, and I interpret it in another way. What's the problem? For me, there's no problem. Let people live. That's my only thing I want. Let people do what they want. If they are not at the congregation, it doesn't qualify them as a bad person, as someone I have to avoid, because he's spiritually weak. I've seen men, not any privilege, not a ministerial servant, not an elder, not a circus overseer. Yes, circus overseer. But they had the best spiritual knowledge and love for Jehovah I've ever seen. No privileges, nothing. Humble men who don't brag about it, who don't go to other people and give advice without asking. Humble men, just spiritual men. So one of the things when you leave and you start living is that nobody has any control over your thoughts, and that you don't have to be scared to just let them out without consequences. People, that's one of the big things that you're gonna like. That you're not afraid to speak out and giving your opinion. That it's not dumbed down. That it's not a brother who's correcting you in a condescending way or whatever. Just free spirit. Also the liberation from everything, emotionally, physically. No Armageddon. No stress. No guilt, no fear, no anxiety that you're not gonna make it. Not that someone is blaming you every time that you don't do enough. No, it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough. More hours, more preaching, more this, more that. Nobody is chasing you. And you can still believe in God. You can still believe in Jehovah. You can still believe in Jesus. But best thing you can do is to cut out the organizational part, because then you are free in what to do. And then you can work on your mental health. How good is that? That you are waking up and that you don't feel guilty, or that you don't feel stressed, that you still have to do this and study that and doing this and doing that. You have free time and you can spend it like you want to spend it. It's a good thing, and you regain control over your life. Even if you're 76, 89, 105, you regain control over your life. And that, my people, is priceless. That you have control over what to think and what to do, and that you feel free. For the first time in your life, you feel free. It's like we have 3 lionesses here on the other side of our house in the park. They were circus lions in the Ukraine. They were living in a train wagon. They had no space. They had no freedom. They had to do some tricks. And they abandoned them during COVID. They left them alone. It were 4 lionesses. One died there. The other 3, they could rescue them, and they are free now here. And every morning I'm waking up with the roar of those 3 lionesses. Every evening when it's getting dark, I hear them roar again. They are happy, they are free. Of course, they have some limitations. There is a fence somewhere around them, but they are free now. Instead of 5 square meters, they have now a big place where they can eat, sleep, and enjoy the sun and everything around them. That's how you are also. From a little prison, you go now out in the open, into the world, and you can do whatever you want. So take that. Also the freedom to choose your friends. How important is that? You couldn't have friends, only JW friends, and they were dumb, and they were lame, and they were boring, and they were snitches. Now you can pick your own friends. People who resonate with you, people who automatically want to be with you, people who take you for the person you are. So you don't have to pretend to be somebody. No, they just like you for who you are. It's so simple, but it's a new world for us if you are leaving the Jehovah's Witnesses, that there are people out there who just take you as you are, just as a human, wonderful human being. You can have the relationship you want. You are not obligated to have a browsing history for virgin women between 18 and 25. If you are 40 and your marriage fall apart in the congregation, it's hard to ever get a girl. And most of the JWs are also having a whole list. Yeah, it has to be a pioneer, it has to be minstrel servant, this, that. But there are not many out there then anymore. And they want, yeah, they have to be a virgin, and I'm 40, so they're seeking for a girl who's between 18 and 23 and still single. Good luck, people. You're never gonna find that. And it's getting creepy also, so don't do it. So you can choose your own relationships around you, your own community. You're not obligated to visit brother boring and sister talks too much, gossip girl, and whoever is in that family. You can pick who you want to see. You're not obligated anymore to do anything. So you have no financial burden anymore, because there's no tithing. Tithing is, I think, the word, but Jehovah's Witnesses governing body is always asking for donations. The whole website, you can donate jewels, you can donate your house, you can donate cash money, you can donate everything you want. They take it. And now you are in the free world. There's no financial burden for you anymore, that you feel obligated also to donate for the worldwide weasel words. But that you can donate to something that you care about. Donate something maybe where you are a part of, because the Jehovah's Witnesses are a charity organization. But did you do ever any charity with your congregation? Hell no. We can do some charity here. I can go into a township, buy some food, give it to somebody, and they are gonna cook a wonderful meal, and they're gonna feed the children inside that township. They are grateful, they are happy, and I see where my money directly goes to. You can go to the source of the charity. You can be a part of a charity. A friend of mine went into a wild park, and he was studying to become a doctor or veterinarian, and he was working with the rhinos to sedate them, to treat them, to do whatever, flying in the helicopter with them. He had an amazing time. He wanted to do good. He wanted to give his time and his money to something useful, what it was important for him. And his passion was animals, so he took that road. If your passion is whatever, you can spend your time and your money on that. But you're not obligated to give it only to Jehovah / governing body. Jehovah doesn't need money. The governing body needs money for the real estate scams and all that things. But Jehovah doesn't need your money. So now you are free to give to something where you find it important to give to. What has a purpose and all that. You can now personally grow. How good is it that you can learn from your blind spots? That you have a partner who is kind enough to point you on those blind spots, who's patient with you. And if you grow, he or she grows with you. And if you have a better understanding about yourself, you'll also see it in the outside world. How beautiful is it, and how beautiful it would be that we are teaching this in schools. How to let children believe that they can achieve anything they want, that they can follow their passions instead of some subjects we as a society think are important. And when you are going to work, you don't do anything with history or whatever, what language you were studying. So how beautiful it would be that from a young age on we would let kids choose what they want to do in life. Oh, you want to play the piano? Here's a piano, go and play. Oh, I want to do this. And then they find their passion, and that is personal growth. That you find your passion, that you know how life is working, instead of just following some white man and one other man for diversity somewhere in the United States, and you give your whole life to something, and in the end you think about it before you die and thought, this was a useless life. That's the problem, my friends. That's the problem. And how good is it that you don't have social pressure anymore? That you don't have to show up, that you don't have to maintain a certain role or whatever, that you don't have to isolate yourself from other people around you because someone said so. And it's way better that you find people who resonate with you, maybe other ex-members who are also struggling in life. And we can, like this channel, other channels, we can, and all the comments beneath it, you don't need to have a channel, but all the comments beneath me give me energy. Every comment I read, every comment is important for me. From every comment, from everyone who's listening and watching this, I can learn also. And how great is that? That we can learn from each other, and that we have an open mind to learn and listen to other people. How of a difference that is from being a Jehovah's Witness and only listen to the things you think that is right. We are the truth. We are better than you. We have the only true religion. We are the best. We have all the knowledge. We have this, we have that. If someone says to you, I know the truth, that's my red flag to run. And keep on running till you fall down. Because nobody knows the truth. Nobody. And the truth is always your own thinking about something. Everyone has his own truth. And that's good. We're all unique. So, for me, the best thing about leaving and start living is that I can be an authentic person. That's worth everything for me. I was playing so much different roles. It was like a play. It was like a musical. Different parts, different plays, different characters. And now you can be authentically yourself. Can be authentic. Everyone has so many authentic things inside them. And that makes you special, makes you unique. And the world needs to see that. Because why hide it, and why only align your actions to someone else's belief? Because it's not your belief, Jehovah's Witnesses. You adopted it from your parents, probably, like me. Or because you were sad and you were vulnerable, and a Jehovah's Witness was at that point at your doorstep, and they love bombed you in. But it's better just to live an authentic life. And you can heal. Because in the Jehovah's Witnesses you're always stressed, you're always in a rat race. Like many people in the society also feel: work, eat, congregation, sleep, repeat. And you don't have to do that anymore. So you have endured a lot. Maybe mental abuse, physical abuse, psychological abuse. And now, with the time, because when you leave, you have time. When you start living, you have time. And you can work through it, you can move forward, and you can find your peace. And you can empower yourself to the fullest. So you can reclaim your life. And my suggestion is, take that chance. You have nothing to lose. Investigate. That's the word I was looking. Investigate. What is your desire? What is your value in life? Hey, sta. And maybe you're struggling with the idea of leaving. Maybe you're in the progress of leaving. I hope this video will inspire you to... Hey, niet doen. Will inspire you to take action. And believe me, you won't regret it. Thank you guys for watching. See each other on the next episode.